So in this video, we're going to cover a few reasons why a lot of people aren't investing. If you think about it, investing is something that we know that can do us a lot of good, but then we still have a lot of people that aren't investing. So let's talk about that in this video. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for joining again. Please don't forget to drop a like on this video. Don't forget to subscribe, of course. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave in the comment section below. I will definitely respond to you. Fear is an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that something or someone is dangerous. That leads to my first reason, the fear of losing money. Often it comes along in the lines of investing is too risky, and of course, the stock market is often rigged. The truth is, nobody wants to lose money. There's always that emotion that comes on us, especially when we have worked hard to save some money, and then we now have to put this money towards an investment. But we also know that we need to invest, so we end up finding ourselves trying to battle, between the fear and the need to invest. And this sometimes, the fear will sometimes overcome the need to invest. And what do most people do? They just leave that subject and divert their attention to something else that's more interesting so that they don't have to feel that emotion. And we get it. Emotions are something that rules our lives. We are driven by emotions. The things we eat are sometimes driven by emotions. The things we do are driven by emotions, how it makes us feel. And if investing makes you feel that fear, we tend to avoid it. According to a survey, 61% of Americans are scared of investing, or at least they have the fear of investing in the stock market because they believe the stock market will crash. Although this is a valid reason for not investing, the price of not investing, though, is often greater than just investing overall. If you think about it, a lot of people that do not invest, do not save in their retirement, will often have to work up until their retirement age, even though they are unable to do some of these jobs they're doing, they're struggling to do it. And hey, I know that everybody's got different situations that they experience through the course of their lives, but here's the deal. If you have the time and you have the ability to save, even if it's $10, $20, put it aside and invest it over time, it does work in your favor. Don't let the price of not investing bite you later in the future. The second reason why a lot of people don't invest is the fact that they believe they're not making enough money to invest. I mean, investing is for the rich, right? That's wrong. The truth is that a lot of people that actually start investing early tend to reap the rewards, even though they haven't made so much money through the course of their career. Why? Because of the time factor which is compound interest. But let's talk about it. When it comes to investing early, you want to make sure that you invest early and consistently. That is the bottom line. As long as you're consistent with the process, and as long as you're putting your money into that investment, that ETF, that stock, that bond, that index fund, whatever investment you choose to put your money into, as long as you're consistent with it over time, it does pay off. Anyone can start investing with as little as $1, even if it's $5, even if it's $10, $100, whatever you can afford. Start putting it aside and start investing it. There's something called fractional shares, which is the ability to buy a fraction of a share. Just think about it. You don't have to buy the Apple stocks that is going for $190 or so. Now you don't have to buy the whole share. You can buy $20 worth. You can buy $5 worth. You can buy $50 worth. That is the power of fractional shares in this as well. So don't think that you need a lot of money to start investing. Don't think that you need to have $1 million to start, investing in something. You can start with as little as $10 and you can get started today. Of course, if you're finding value in this one, please don't forget to drop a like on this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It goes a long way. So let's get to the next one. This is my favorite one, timing the market. Hey, like they say, time in the market beats timing the market. Now, let's talk about this real quickly. We have all fallen into this trap before where we think, well, let's just stay on the side. The stock market is too high right now, so that when it comes down, we have all this money that we've saved aside to be able to invest. But that is often wrong. Why? Because a lot of people that were thinking back, if you think back to, say, 2012, for example, when the stock market seemed to be so hot back then as well, it seemed like, well, the world is going to come to an end. The stock market is going to crash. A lot of people were staying to the sidelines. Even as the most recent one was in 2021 as well. A lot of people thought, well, COVID was still a thing. A lot of people were worried about the economy going into another recession. And a lot of people were staying on the sidelines. And the truth is that you would have missed out on the gains that we've realized now. And this is why timing the market is often a loser's game. Now, there's nothing wrong in putting some money aside for potential opportunities. For example, there's sometimes a dip in maybe the stock market that occurs, not necessarily a recession, okay, that occurs, and you want to maybe load up on some stocks that you really like, but that doesn't mean that you haven't invested over the time. So here's how I look at this one. Generally speaking, if I am putting money aside and that I want to invest, maybe a particular investment that I want to put it towards. So in that case, maybe I'm looking for an opportunity for that investment to drop, or that stock to drop, or that ETF to come down, or the index fund to drop, and then I'll choose to invest in more. But I'm consistently still investing, whether it's my $50 in one investment, whether it's my $100 in another investment, I'm consistently doing those ones. Those ones are the things that will help you to dollar cost average over time. So do not think of timing the market. Your best approach is to invest on a regular basis, whether the stock market is up or the stock market is down. Don't miss out on the potential gains because you think the stock market is so high, when in fact, it is actually just getting started. Thinking the stock market is rigged is another reason why a lot of people don't invest in the stock market. They will prefer to put their money into something that they believe in, for example, real estate. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, if you choose not to invest in the stocks, but you choose to invest in real estate, maybe that's what you really understand and you want to put your money into, that's fine. But let's talk about this. Thinking the stock market is rigged. There's some truth to that though. If you think about it, think about AMC, some of the meme stocks out there. They push the stocks up, they promote it, push the price up, and then some people take profits and some people are left holding the bag. And this is why a lot of people get burned in the process of chasing the meme stock or chasing the next hot stock. That's something I do not do. That's something I do not promote. Why? Because I believe in the long-term approach to investing. Don't get me wrong, there's some times where it's okay to do some options play, or there's some times where it's okay to play the game, right? But when you are thinking of investing long-term, you shouldn't be looking at hot stocks. You shouldn't be looking at those meme stocks. Why? Because yes, they may be able to make you a lot of money in the short term, but in the long term, how would you fare? Because that's what you want to look for. You want to look for that long-term potential in whatever you do. So I'm not looking out for, the next crypto or the next Apple, to be honest with you, because at the end of the day, that takes a lot of work, takes a lot of effort, and takes a lot of risk. Because what if that investment that you put $10,000 in doesn't perform well? I mean, a lot of rich people will put their money into some investments like that because they have a lot of money to take such risk. If you do not have a lot of money on the side, then don't bother playing those kind of games. It's better to invest on a consistent basis in something that is well diversified, and hopefully it pays off in the long run for you. Never let your fears hold you back from reaping the rewards long term. Never let your emotions drive you from doing something that the future you will regret. So my hope and goal for you is to be able to take some of these lessons, put them to use, and hopefully fight against those negative thoughts that are often preventing us from doing the right thing. Do the right thing so that the future you will thank you.